welcome to Kids Church. I am in a living room today, but whose living room am I in? Let's find out. Who wants to say hello first? Go for it. Who are you?
I'm Luke.
Luke, Derry. And Luke, what do you want to tell people about yourself?
Hello.
Hannah's off screen.
That is Hannah's birthday.
It was Hannah's birthday, you're right. How exciting. Okay, who's next?
Hi. I'm Naomi.
Naomi, and tell us something about you.
I'm a person.
She's a person. We've met the Derry family before, but it's exciting that they are in Kids Church this week. There we go. Are you on the screen? Yes, we can see you now. So, Kids Church with the Derrys. Hannah is going to make an appearance at some point. She's looking dashing in her birthday tiara. No, that's not the right word. What is the word? Tutu. A tutu. She has a tutu. And we are, first of all, though, today's Kids Church, you know, is going to be a bit calm. We're going to have story time with Granny Macaulay.
And me.
And Luke. We are going to...
Isn't she your great grandma?
That's right. She's my great grandma. Great. She's 160. She's well old.
No, she's a million, a thousand, a million, a thousand, and 53.
A million, a thousand.
You just guessed
53. That's a big number. So we are going to have story time with Granny Macaulay. We are going to have art and craft with Nadia, and we're going to have a bit of worship time with these two pickles. But first of all, we're going to have a challenge.
You know I'm a monkey. You know I'm a monkey, but I'm not pickle.
Okay.
And Naomi's rabbit, but she's not pickle.
Fair dues. And then we will cut. Rich will cut that. And then when we do this last, we'll put the challenge in now, so that they'll see us do the challenge. And then Granny. So I'll get me Granny. Granny's coming. Granny!
I'll hold the bookie.
Okay.
You can do what? I'll get the
Well, as a little extra treat today, before we have our story with Granny, Naomi has challenged me to a game, which could be quite amusing. So we have to dunk our faces in water and then see how many marshmallows stick to our faces. So, yeah. Are you ready? Okay. I've got makeup on here. I'm not sure I'm doing very well. They're not sticking to me.
Oh no.
Oh, I've got a few. Oh, I've got one. Oh, no, they're falling off. I'm going to try again, folks. Hang on, I need to get right in.
Where's the glue stick? I need it. It's going down me. It's going down me.
You're balancing them on your face. That's not fair. Well, folks, we did a challenge. They didn't quite stick to our face. But it may have made you laugh seeing us get very wet. And,
Yeah, but that's what a challenge is.
that is what a challenge is. So now it's time for story time with Granny.
Hello. Story time with Granny Macaulay. Story time with Granny Macaulay. Cheese.
Hello, everybody. Granny's here. Oh, Luke, Derry, I think you started without the old Granny.
I only said just 2 words.
You're too hot.
Well, I only said the pink was
Oh,
hot.
oh.
You can use my leg collar.
Move him. this old lady. Oh, let me get settled first. Oh dear. No! Oh, welcome everybody, Granny.
This bit feels soft.
It feels soft on his legs, isn't that wonderful? It's story time with Granny. Lovely to see everybody today. Very excited to be back with the Derry children. I remember being here before talking about Adam and Eve in the garden. Adam and Eve.
And the snake and the panda and the monkey.
And the panda.
Especially the panda. Yeah, and eating leaves.
I remember it all.
But the panda didn't tell anybody what to do. Yeah, I only said I'm going to eat bamboo.
Oh. Honestly, they have such good memories, don't they? So, don't panic, folks, if you hear some funny sounds. Hannah is rolling around delightfully on the floor. She's been cooking up a treat in her kitchen.
Yeah, and that's what the
Hannah,
camera's on.
Hannah, why don't you come over and have a look at the book with me? Would you like to come? Would you like to come over?
Pika, pika.
Oh, look.
Take
Oh, aren't they lovely brother and sister showing love to their little
Hey,
sister?
hey, pika,
Oh, dear.
pika, pika.
Do I see a Teletubby on the floor?
There are actually 4 Teletubbies.
4 Teletubbies. Who knew, eh? Who knew? Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Lala and Po. I remember them well. Oh, Hannah, come show me one of your... Oh, Hannah, everybody's Hannah.
Hannah's okay.
Oh, well
Give
done.
me. No, Hannah's. Give her
Oh,
the
we've
dummy.
got all these lovely toys. There we go, Hannah.
I love
Hannah's ready for story time. So today, children, we're having a story about a
And if you hear any other sounds, it's the Teletubbies.
Yes, we may hear a Teletubby or two, but that's quite good. So, in this Bible, as I like to say, this Bible, we have a story. Oh, you've got Pokemon.
Pikachu.
Pikachu, I'm so sorry. In my day,
Detective Pikachu.
we had like these spinning wheels and, you know, top things that we played with and skipping ropes, and we drew on the floor and did hopscotch.
With chalk.
We didn't
Did you
have
draw on the
such
floor
toys
with
as this.
chalk? Did you draw on the floor with chalk?
Yes, we drew hopscotch boxes.
We still do that
Oh,
now. And Becky.
Oh, and a dog. This house is full of so many exciting things that I'm not sure if I can make this story exciting enough. Okay, let's do a story. It says in the book, it says the king who was shy. So there was a king in the Old Testament who was shy. So it says, we want a king, give us a king. The people shouted. Well, that's not really shouting, is it? We want a king, give us a king.
We want a king!
That's,
We want the king! Give us a king!
we want a king, give us a king. Are we rapping? Is that rapping? It's Granny rap. It's Granny rap. We want a king, give us a king. Granny McCurdy raps on Kids Church. Okie dokie. So, anywho, Samuel sighed. For years and years now, he had taught the people of Israel to love God and to live as God wants. Why did they want a king when they had God? It's a good question.
God is a king.
Well, Samuel said, a king will be bad for you. He will take your boys to be his soldiers and you will be slaves. But the people went on shouting, we want a king, give us a king.
We want the king! Give us the king!
That's
We
right.
want the king! Give us the king!
Yeah.
We want the king!
And so we have a
Granny
picture here.
Floss.
Granny Floss. Oh. Oh, well, children, if you're lucky, we might do that at the end. You'll never know. Samuel, anywho, look at this picture. Poor Samuel, doesn't he look sad?
He looks like he's dribbling.
Oh, well, maybe.
He looks like he's going,
Well, Samuel was sad and he said, they don't want me anymore. But God said, it's me they don't want. After all I've done for them. And God was sad too. But he said to Samuel, if they want a king, they shall have a king, and I know just the person. So God was really sad that they wanted a king.
He got hairy beard, he goes,
But that's not the king, you see. Saul was tall, much taller than anyone else. He was handsome too. I don't think you have to be tall and handsome to be a king, folks, though. Just saying.
Yeah, I think if I was a king, I'd be very. I just ask for more cake and more cake and more cake and more cake.
It's lucky old Luke is not a king, isn't it? Because we'd be out of cake, folks, I think. In my day, I was asked to be a queen.
Well,
Yes, I was approached by the prince of somewhere far, far away. The country, escapes my poor old memory. But I was asked to be a queen. And I said,
we've been to France. And
You've
it's
been
a bit
to
like Peppa Pig, who's just, when she, in the episode when she looks in the Queen's room in the museum, she looks at all the Queen stuff, and then she imagines if she was the Queen, and then she just asks for more and more cake in.
oh, so you like Peppa Pig, are you?
No. Yeah.
Sounds a little bit like Peppa Pig. I did have the option to become a queen, but I felt my duty lied here in England and kids' church. So
It's all
there we
fun.
are. Anywho, one day.
Could you go into the future because you didn't go to kids' church?
Oh no, now. Well, yes. Well, what I meant was, I knew that I had special things to do here, and isn't it lucky because now I'm doing kids' church. There we are. So, Saul's father, oh dear, I've read ahead, folks. This is that bad bit in the story where something goes wrong. Saul's father's donkey went missing. Oh dear. He couldn't find him anywhere. So Saul went to look for the donkey, and he couldn't find it anywhere either. So he asked Samuel to help
It's
him.
a pink donkey.
I'm not sure as though I can't even see a donkey.
Yeah, it's a tiny missing. It's a Granny McCauley donkey.
Granny
I
McCauley
know.
donkey.
It looks
Whatever
like
one of
Granny
those is.
McCauley and has a weird hand.
I think they'd
And
find
it
a donkey.
glasses.
I think they'd find a donkey if it
I
looked
know,
like
I
me.
know. What is brown and invisible?
I don't
No
know, but I hope it's
donkeys.
clean.
No donkeys.
Oh. Let's just laugh along.
What's
folks.
brown?
Maybe that joke will be in the quiz. As soon as Samuel saw Saul, he said to himself, this is the man God had chosen to be the king. So Samuel knew that Saul was going to be king. Saul stayed the night at Samuel's house, and next morning Samuel broke the news. Saul, God has chosen you to be king of Israel. Me? But there's nothing special about me, Saul said.
Now there
But
is.
don't worry, said Samuel. God is going to help you.
Good.
Oh, and by the way, the donkey's safe back at home.
Oh, the pink donkey's back.
Exactly. Samuel called all the people together. God is going to choose you a king, he said. Let's see which family tribe he chooses. So he already knows who God wants, but they have to do this officially.
We want a Granny McCauley king.
Granny McCauley King. She would be awesome. So, the 12 big family tribes of Israel, after Jacob came, and Samuel counted them, and the family tribe. Are you listening to my story?
Kind of.
They're meant to be hearing the story, and you're meant to be hearing the story.
If he's not listening, I am. I'm listening to
Yeah,
everyone.
baby. Well, we'll soon find out, children, because when we do the quiz and the dairies are online, we can see if they know the answers or not, can't we? Yes, we'll be able to test them. So, anywho, the family tribe of Benjamin stepped forward, and Samuel said, this is the family. Now, now, I can't read, folks, I need my glasses. Now, all the Benjamin families, Samuel said, one at a time. So he went through all of Benjamin's descendants, and God had chosen a king from this family. But Saul, oh dear, I don't know if you can see our pictures, poor Saul is hiding, and it says, Saul was feeling very shy. Look over there, God told them. He's hiding behind those sacks of corn. Saul stood up, and the people saw that he was tall, much taller than anyone else. They saw that he was handsome too, and they were pleased. Feels slightly shallow, but, we have to go with it. Here is your king, Samuel told them. Then everyone clapped and shouted, long live the king. Long live King Saul. So perhaps we won't focus on the fact that he was tall and handsome. And maybe we'll just think about the fact that he was shy, which meant he didn't think that he could be a king, and God chose him anyway. And we keep hearing these stories of people being given special gifts by God so that they can do things they didn't think they could do, which is amazing.
Maybe he's the king who asked you to be queen. And now, maybe...
I'm not that old. I might be old, young lady, but I'm not that old, I can tell you.
Now, should I tell you a joke?
Well, why don't we finish talking about the story, and then we might be able to do a joke at the end.
What's red and invisible?
I don't know.
No tomatoes.
No tomatoes. I think maybe we need a church challenge again. We did do dad jokes one week. Maybe we need Luke jokes. We can see what that means. Anyway, before Nadia does our art and craft, we need to connect the story to the art and craft. And what we're saying is that he was shy. He was a shy king, and God chose him. And God has chosen us to be what? His
people. His lambs.
His people.
His children.
His children. We're not
His
just his
lambs,
people,
his
we're his
shepherds.
children. And
Hello.
if you've got a king and you're the king's children, what does that make you?
Princess.
A princess
Well,
and a
you go,
prince.
Lee. I told you.
Oh dear, such a trickster, isn't he? So children, what that means is that we're all, if God's our king, we're all kind of like his princes and princesses, isn't it? Which means we're so incredibly special and precious to God. And that we can trust in him. And he picked Saul, and he's picked us, and he's picked Samuel, and he's picked everybody else. We talk about Gideon, and he picked all these people in the Bible, Rebecca, and everybody put their faith in God, and he gave them what they needed to succeed. And it's exciting that we are all children of God. And we're now going to go and do a lovely art and craft with Nadia, which is to do with this topic. And I think I already know it might be a craft that you might need to wear. But I won't give any more away, because Nadia will tell us what she is making.
On Sunday.
Well, yes, on Kids Craft. And I will see you next week for Kids Church Granny Macaulay story time. I hope you managed to pick up
And
what
who
we're
are you
talking
doing
about.
it with next week?
And now, let me think about the order of what we're doing it. Yes, now it's art and craft with Nadia. So over to Nadia.
Hi everyone and welcome to Kids Craft. Today we learned all about Saul and how he was really shy. But did you know that you don't ever have to be shy, because our Father is Jesus and we are his children. And if he is the king, what does that make us? Do you have an idea? What do you call the king's children? Yes, princes and princesses. And today I'm going to show you how to make your own crown, because you are a child of God. Let's see what will we need. Some colored paper, a scissor, some glue, some nice ribbon and sticky tape, and some pencils or anything to write with. Okay, let's get cracking. The first thing you're going to use is your ribbon. And the reason why I want us to use ribbon is to measure your head. So, what you're going to do is to take your measuring tape and, well, you're going to use your ribbon as a measuring tape and measure all around your head. And then, when you've got your little circle here, you cut it off there. And then you know exactly how long the piece of paper should be. So now I'm going to take my scissor and cut it here where I've now measured. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is to measure my piece of paper and make sure it's the right length. Is to cut my paper right in half, lengthwise. Then I'm going to take my sticky tape and just join the two parts. Now that we've got a nice long piece of paper, I'm going to take my ribbon again that I measured with and put it onto the paper from the one side to the other side, and I'm actually going to stick it down onto my piece of paper. Now that I've got my ribbon at the bottom of the page, I'm going to start decorating my crown, and I'm going to use this one side as the middle part of the crown. I'm going to use a normal piece of paper to cut out shapes and then stick it onto my crown. Now that I've decorated the crown, I'm going to cut it out. Here we go. Now that I've cut it out, I'm going to use a bit of sticky tape and take the two ends and join them together, like this. Now that I've put my sticky tape right around, I'm going to just clear it up nicely here by sticking down this piece ribbon. There we go, nice and neat. Oh, and look at that, I've got a crown. Let's put it on. Ta-da! It fits. I look like a princess. Ta-da! Let me show you up close. Ta-da, ta-da! Look at my crown. Have you done your crown? Come on, give it a go and feel like a prince or a princess. Bye! See you next time!
I don't deserve this love you
dancing, guys. Woo, woo, woo. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Excellent. Well, wasn't that a fantastic kids' church? Huge thanks to the Derrys for their awesome energy again this week. I think poor old Granny wasn't sure what to do at times. And a massive thanks to Nadia as well for her art and craft. Now, quiz time. Oh, look, I'm moving around. Okay, get your keyboards ready for your quiz. Let's see whether you were listening, watching, paying attention. So question number 1. Who did God choose to be king? Let's see if you can remember his name. Now it could be tricky because there are a couple of men in this story and you might get confused which one was the king and which one was God's helper. So, his name was Saul. Okay, question number 2. Hannah, who came in to join us for dancing, was wearing a tutu. Can you tell me what colour it was? Yeah, I know. See, told you it'd be tricky. Told you have to keep your eyes peeled. Why are you paying attention to the colour of Hannah's tutu? This could also cause some debate because depending on your lighting, you might see a slightly different colour. I might get this wrong. What I saw, I saw a kind of turquoisey teal colour, which is kind of like green and blue together. So if you say blue or green, I think we'll let you have it. Okay, number 3. Who won the competition? So the marshmallow competition, who won? Naomi or Vicky? What do you reckon? Not quite sure that was determined. Who do you think won? Well, technically the challenge was dunk your face in water and how many marshmallows can you stick to it? And I don't think either of us actually managed to stick anything on. We could balance a few, but we didn't stick. So I'm going to say neither of us won. Yes, exactly. Okay, back to the story. So we know it was Saul who God chose. Now when Samuel, I've given that name away now, had to go and select him, he lined up Jacob's children's descendants, so all of their families, and he selected the one that had Saul's family in. So who was Saul's kind of like great-great-granddad? Great-great-great-great-granddad. Who did he descend from? Which of Jacob's sons, so from the story of Jacob, is Saul the descendant of? I'm making it a very confusing question. There was only one name mentioned, so if you heard a certain name that's not Saul or Samuel, you might have the right name. Have a think. It was amongst a lot of jumping around on a sofa, so you may not have heard this bit. Got your answers in? Typing away? It was Benjamin. Benjamin, Jacob's youngest. Okay. Now, art and craft for Nadia. She made a crown. What colour was the crown? Interesting. Another colour-based question. Do you know what colour the crown was? Were you paying attention? Did you see it? It was an awesome crown. I didn't get around to making my own crown, but I'd like a crown like that. It was pink. A pink crown for a beautiful princess or prince, whoever likes the colour pink. Naomi was dancing. There was some beautiful dancing today at Kids Church. Naomi was dancing with a balloon. There was a character on the balloon, a CBeebies character. And I'm talking about the one Naomi was holding, because I'm not really sure what the one Luke was holding. I didn't look at it properly. Could you tell me the character name that Naomi was holding? Interesting question. Oh, so challenging. I don't like to make it easy for you. It was, and I hope I get this right, Ducky Duck. Ducky Duck? Dougie Doug, 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 Doug. His name is Doug, and he's a Dougie Doug. Not sure if that's the song. Just making it up. Just making it up. Okay. One more question. Where was Saul hiding? So Saul was being shy. Where was he hiding? Again, it was in the story, but we did have a lot of moving around. Granny had to have a lie down. She called me. She said that she needed to have a lie down. She popped a paracetamol, had a little nap, had a cup of tea. She was bright as rain again. Good old Granny. Granny McCauley's awesome, isn't she? Big shout out to Granny McCauley. I hope I'm as active as she is when I'm 116 years old. I can't even remember the question I asked now because I've gone off on a tangent. Oh yes, where was Saul hiding? He was hiding behind, I'm trying to remember now, behind the hay bales. There's some bags. He was hiding somewhere behind, I haven't got the Bible here because I've left it at the dairies. So that's what I'm saying. He hid behind some either bales of hay or bags. If you get it right and I get it wrong, then that's even better. You get like triple points. You get 3 points. 3 points if you correct me if I'm wrong. Anywho, that's Kids Church for today. Again, like I said at the beginning, such a great day today. Really grateful to the Derrys and to Luke and Naomi and Hannah for their awesomeness and all their energy. Thank you to Nadia for her kids craft again because that was awesome. Huge thank you to Granny McCauley because she she gets to read the stories. And next week, I think we're going to have a couple of people we haven't had on Kids Church yet from church. So make sure you watch because hopefully you'll see some friends that maybe you haven't seen for a while, which is great. Anyway, take care and have a great week, everybody.